My name is Matt Bettinson, or Mr. B. Fit, fast, strong, efficient, motivated, a motivator, energetic, enthusiastic, passionate, determined, focused, respected, respectful, intimidating, a twin, and a nice chap. Just a few words I think best describe my guest today. So I'm pleased to introduce Kevin Klug, founder of Clewd Fitness. Kevin, how are you?
Good, Mr. B. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. It is a pleasure to have a proper cup of tea with you today. So thank you for joining us. And I've been pestering you for quite a while about joining us here. So I'm really grateful for your time and taking that time out of your schedule to have a chat with me. So first things first, can you remember how and when we met?
I guess when I first started the business, I always went to Starbucks. Anytime I had free time, I just kind of wanted to be in the city and kind of be seen or meet somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like when I was at Starbucks, it was off of Hillsborough Pike, I think it was.
Yeah.
I'd always see you right around that 9:30 time. And
Right. That's it.
My one English friend in Nashville.
Right.
So
Still the case,
you're a pretty memorable guy, like with the
Right,
accent
okay.
and all that. So
Yeah.
I always looked forward to seeing you there, and we always had a chat.
A good laugh.
Yeah, good laugh.
Do you know when it was?
Um,
You got a rough idea?
Yeah, it was probably, I guess, 2016 when I started the business.
Yeah.
So probably like the winter months, January through probably like May even.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it was May the 10th, 2016.
Whoa, you knew
Good
the
shot
date.
there. Yeah, absolutely. And the reason I know the
Man.
date is because I took a selfie,
Yes.
and it was on May the 10th. And the funny thing about that selfie is that I posted it on Facebook. Can you remember what I said to you and why I introduced myself to you?
Yes, I do now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you said I looked like a soccer player.
Right. Well,
Not a football player.
We'll call it proper football. But yeah. The guy's name is Robert Huth.
Okay.
He's he was a footballer for Leicester City, which is the team where I'm from in England.
Yeah, okay.
And when I posted it on Facebook, a lot of people believed that
Really?
you were him.
Oh, man.
So that was quite interesting. And he's German. And remember, we talked, and your name is German
Klug.
kind of heritage as well. So that
It is
was,
pronounced Klug and
Klug,
not Klug,
not
like
Klug,
most people think.
Absolutely. So yeah, and Leicester City at the time, they just won the Premier League title, so there was big hype about them. And
Is that who the guy played for?
it did, yeah.
Yeah.
He's retired now.
Okay.
He's 36 or something
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, May 2016, and that's when I think your business was really getting into full swing. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because January, I'd say through probably March. I don't know. Like it was the first 3 months of business, and
Right.
it was going well, but like it was slow up and down. And then I feel like when May came, when the sun came out, it just went kaboom.
Go boom, yeah.
Yeah, and that's when we met. Yeah.
Yeah. 6 months later, I don't know if you remember this, you probably don't. I started working out with your business partner, Matt,
yeah.
or the Viking, as I call
Yeah.
him. And I've never felt so fit. I think I've mentioned this to you numerous times.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those important times for me, that important meeting, as cheesy as it sounds.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful. I think I'm grateful. It's painful working out, but I'm pretty grateful for that, for being so fit. So tell me about Clewd Fitness and how it came about.
Yeah, so I guess it really started with me touring with Lady Antebellum, and I brought equipment out with them. We were it was an arena tour the first year,
Yeah.
and literally I would just find maybe a university, or if we stayed on site, I would literally just find a flat piece of concrete with the equipment, and I, just kind of scheduled workouts throughout the day. And after about 2 years of doing that, they kind of encouraged me. They're like, "Klug, why don't you just go buy a van and throw this equipment in there and
Right.
start training people the way you train us?" I said, "No."
Really?
I don't know. I said no right away just because I thought it was like, that seems crazy, because just kind of starting something
Yeah.
is crazy. It can
Scary
be
as well.
scary, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you don't even think of how many steps there are.
Right.
I think if I knew how many steps there were, I probably would have never started it.
Really?
Honestly, no. Like, no way, because there's just a lot that goes into it, and you learn a lot. But
Yeah.
but Lady A, they were the bandmates, and even Hillary, she they encouraged me to go buy a van, and literally when I got off the road, I did that, and then
Right.
I didn't ever thought I was starting a business.
Yeah.
I literally bought a van because I enjoyed training people outside,
Yeah.
and I just didn't want to do the gym thing anymore. I can kind of do things how I want,
Yeah.
and that appealed to me.
Okay.
So
Do you still keep in touch with the band members? Are they kind of?
Yeah.
I wonder if they're kind of looking at you now and thinking, "Wow, what a good piece of advice and chat that we had about that particular time."
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, I stay in touch with a few of them. Not everyone, not every one of them, but because I know they they're touring still and they're busy. They live busy lives. So, but I stay in touch with a few, and I consider them all good friends.
Yeah.
Road family.
Right. That's lovely.
Yeah.
I looked at your website a few times prior to meeting with you today.
Yeah.
And your website is great because just looking at it, volume on, looking at the videos, I think it's automatically motivating. And I hope that the descriptive words that I used at the start were apt and appropriate. But I feel motivated just viewing your website. And my favourite message on the website is invest in yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't want to sound cheesy, but that is a real strong piece, just a strong couple of words.
Yeah.
So how did that come about, and what does that mean to you when you communicate that to the people that you're working with?
Investing in yourself, it also means sacrificing what you have to do to get to where you want to go.
Right.
Like when you have a huge goal in mind. I'll never forget the first year of business. I literally forfeited my entire personal life. I feel like. Wow. I didn't, which is fine because like I sacrificed what I needed to do. I invested in myself. Yeah. And ultimately, like I told a bunch of high school kids this when I went to go speak with them. They wanted some advice on how to start a business, and not to overwhelm or like make it a big thing, but like are you willing to bet $1 million on yourself? Wow. Investing in yourself to me, so like. I'll wake up every single day and I'll bet on myself every single day because I know how hard I'm going to work. I know the amount of effort I'll put in to make it work. Yeah, I don't know. I just, invest in yourself. It's just daily habits. Daily habits,
So how do you communicate that to people that you're training to work out, your clients in the workout sessions? Is there ever a moment of, there must be a moment of doubt. I do it when I'm working out. I can't lift that. I can't stretch that, etc., etc. So is that the message that you're kind of putting across there? One of many messages, I guess.
The big message is what's your why? It's what it comes down to anyone with what they're doing in life, whether it's working out, whether it's their business, whatever, being a good dad. Yeah. Like why? Yeah. Because ultimately, when you're going to come through the mud at some point, like there's going to be hard times. Yeah. If you don't have a great why, you're probably going to quit. Okay. So it always has to come back to your why. Right. And that's the one question I keep reminding of clients, friends, whatever it is. Why are you doing it? Okay. Like before even people start training with me, why did you reach out to me?
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because like if you don't have a good why, that's probably ain't gonna work.
Right. I remember when I reached out to you within that 6 months of first meeting, and I think I was I hadn't worked out for years, and I was really struggling. I think the doctor said that you need to start doing something. I wasn't out of shape, but I wasn't fit. And I think when I got in touch with you, you said, I think you asked me that, what's your why and whatever, and I told you, and then I was reluctant to work out, and I'm still reluctant to work out because Matt he's a bully.
Yeah, Matt will get you right though.
I know.
He's the same guy. He's the same way though. Like no nonsense, and that like honestly, Matt's the biggest asset in the business. So, right. Like he's just a good human being, and like he wants to better people. Yeah. And that's kind of that's our motive. We want to better everybody. Right. And honestly, just pull out the best in each one of you guys.
Lovely. Is you said about waking up every day with that betting on yourself kind of mindset. Is there ever a day when you don't do that? Be honest. Is there ever I'd want to stay in bed a bit longer?
Not a sense like to where I'll always bet on myself. Okay. But there's a sense of like how much more do I got? Because I'm serious. Like there's days where it's just, let's say like weeks at a time where it's just boom, boom, like just aggressively working a lot, and feels like it never slows down. And then maybe a bad thing happens. It's like, man, right? It can get overwhelming at times. But I think even finding a work-life balance and reminding you of, you got to find a reason why you're working too. Like it just can't be all work. Like work-life balance will help you.
But it's different with your work though, isn't it? Because your work, if you have a break from your work, you're still going to work out yourself, right?
Yeah, it's funny because if I had free time, that's what I want to do. I want to train and help people. Yeah. Like if I go to a beach for a week, I'm honestly gonna be bored.
Right.
I went to Mexico with one of the artists that was having a show. I think he had back-to-back shows on like a cruise ship.
Yeah.
We were in Mexico for 3 days, and honestly, like by the second day, I'm like, well, I already did the beach thing. Like I'm ready to go train. You know, like that's what I like doing.
Yeah.
You know, so I think I found my right calling.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I wake up and I want to do it.
Yeah.
So.
Have you ever seen the movie Dodgeball?
Oh yeah.
At the end of it, where Ben Stiller's just lost all discipline.
Yeah.
And he's just gained all those pounds and eating pizza.
Yeah.
Is that a worry? No, I'm joking.
No. With me?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I mean, you never know, like with medical stuff though, like you got to be grateful for your health because you know it's never guaranteed. You can wake up with some weird deal happening and all of a sudden your health goes to
absolutely.
But that's why I always work on it. Invest in yourself.
I love it.
Right.
I kind of relate that to quite a strong work ethic, and obviously there's a strong, really strong positive attitude. So where does that come from?
I don't know. It's why be negative?
Okay.
To me, it's a waste of time, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone gets hit with adversity in life.
Yep.
Nothing's perfect, and maybe everyone went through stuff as a child, but there's ups and downs, there's adversity. It's really your attitude towards it.
Okay.
It's hot outside. Well, we can complain about it all day, and it's not going to make it better, or we can just accept the fact, and let's move on and go on about our day.
Okay.
You know, to me, it's just literally a waste of time to be negative.
That message needs to be displayed all across the world.
Yeah.
For so many reasons.
Yeah.
I mentioned the Viking, aka Matt McQuiston earlier. He's who I work out with.
Yeah.
And he puts me through it. And I guess if I've got a complaint, I can complain to you. And I don't think I've told you this, but I wish I was fast. Okay. Because when he tells me to do lunges, I could slap him and then run. But I don't think that's going to happen. So tell me about how you and Matt met and how you came to be working together with really such great natural chemistry.
Yeah, I mean, it started in college. We met freshman year of college. We played the same position, playing college football at Minnesota State. So we shared the same linebacker room. Okay. We had our meetings together. We watched film together. I think it was 2 or 3 years into college, we ended up being roommates. Nice. So, you know, it's kind of strange too because we were at some point battling for the same position, and we ended up living together, and we didn't let that kind of get in the way of it. Yeah. So I mean, and honestly, he's just a down to earth fella, and he's a good human being, which is why I consider him one of my best friends. Right. You know, and I can't say enough good things about him. Like I said, I do think he is the biggest asset in the business. But yeah, so we met in college, and I remember when the business is like getting busier and busier, and I'm just feeling overwhelmed. I was calling him like every day for 3 months. I said, Matt, are you ready to move to Nashville or not? Really? Yeah, because I mean, it was a big move. He's moving to a different state, away from his family, so I needed to convince him somehow.
How did you do that?
Just literally, I called him every day. We talked every day. We
did wore him out
for 3 months, and I said, I know you don't want to stay in Iowa. You know what I mean? Right. That's where he was at. He had a pretty good job in Iowa. He did. But I just told him, you know, I had a good thing going in Tennessee, and I couldn't think of a better person to help do it with me. You know, like it just. I think it was in July, like probably about 5 days before his birthday. Yeah. It was like July 7th or something. He can't finally move down, and the rest is history. I think it'll be 3 years this July. Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. When you say linebacker, I know a little bit about American football. Yeah. How many linebackers in the team though? Probably about 10 to 12
on the field at once.
Not at once. Like in the linebacker rooms, like on a team. Maybe like 8 to 12, let's say. But then on the field, we had 3 linebackers on at the same time. Okay. So we were both outside linebackers. Got you. Yeah. That
must have been fun. I've seen a picture of Matt in his college days.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we were considered undersized.
Really?
Linebackers, I mean, should roughly be around 230, 225 to 245, somewhere in there. And we were all 205 across the board. Wow. We just had speed. Yeah. And we could hit, so, you know.
Who's the fastest out of you and Matt?
Oh, we'll leave that up to the races when we.
We will do.
I ain't throwing anybody under. You know what I mean? We'll race.
We'll do a separate chat. And, we'll do that race. Thank you for that. So, as I get older, as you know, in your job, it gets harder to keep fit and stay in shape. And I've learned that diet is equally as important as working out. And when I asked you last week when I worked out with you and Matt and a great group of people, I asked you about how to try and lose my stomach a little bit, and you briefly mentioned meal preparation.
Yeah.
So, what is important about being fit, and what tips can you share with people that are watching us now?
Again, what's important about being fit? It's really upon the individual.
Okay.
Like, it's got to be, because my reason is probably different than yours.
Okay. What's your reason?
My reason is, it's kind of crazy, but I feel like if I were to be in maybe let's say like a life or death situation, let's say my future kids or my nephew, my niece, family member, whatever.
Yeah.
Someone I love, girlfriend. If I was in a life or death situation where I needed to be like in a physical, like not physical fight, but like where I had to like,
yeah,
whatever, you get it.
Fight
you
for your
get
life,
it. Yeah. I just want to be able to not fail at that.
Got you.
Wow. Might seem like it never happened, but at the end of the day,
it could. You never know.
But I do it. I also do it because it makes me feel good.
Right.
I have more energy throughout the day.
And you look all right.
Well, I try to.
You're okay.
I still eat my ice cream. Let's be real. No, but I mean, yeah. It's to feel good.
Talking about ice cream.
Yeah.
On your website.
Cat's out the bag.
No, on your website it says game night challenge anytime and eating ice cream. But what's the game?
Catan.
What is
It's
that?
called Settlers of Catan.
Okay.
So if you've never heard of it, it's the combination of maybe Risk and Monopoly. Oh. It's a dice game. So you let's say build a settlement.
Okay, yeah.
And you upgrade and you keep building
It's very British.
Until you get to 10 points. It's a nerdy game, but being from Minnesota, you get cabin fever and like you got to find ways to.
What console? What platform is it on? Is it Xbox or?
It's in person. You buy the physical board game. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We literally just played 2 games before you came here.
Really?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
I lost both
I'm going to
of
look
them.
into that. I'm going to look. Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did.
I'm going to look into that.
Yeah. I'm a big time board game nerd and game nerd. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, this next question, you're going to have to forgive me how I asked this, and this isn't as bad as what I've just introduced it as. And people that are watching, you have to forgive me too. So here goes. If you happen to see someone that is obviously unhappy with their body, are you tempted to approach them and ask if they would like to change and try and be happier? And I imagine that's a risky thing to do because people are quick to be on the defensive. But the question I'm thinking of is, can the difference be made? And this really relates back to that statement on your website, investing in yourself. So what do you make of that? And I know it's a risky thing to ask because maybe they're not unhappy. Maybe they don't test themselves. Because
physical doesn't mean always,
it
doesn't mean everything. But
and I know that like years ago they had the programs of, dramatic change and whatever, reality kind of shows.
There's time. I'll just say this. There's times, a million times where I'm walking to the grocery store, church, wherever it is, to where I want to get to a point someday where I can literally start grabbing people off the street and be like, hey, you're essentially living with me, or like I'm going to be under your wing you're going to be under my wing for 3 months, and I'm going to change your life, help you change your life.
Wow.
But, even going to the gym, this actually literally happened last week.
Okay.
To where I saw a dad training his son, lifting weights.
Okay.
And I walked in the gym, just minding my own business, finding the open area. And I literally did laps back and forth, like eyeing him up. Because this guy was squatting. He's probably 15 years old, right?
Okay.
And his squat form was just not... Like, he's going to get hurt.
Right.
And that's why I kept going back and forth. I'm like, do I say something? Yeah. So I immediately went up to the dad and I said, I don't want this to come across as rude, but can I have 1 minute with your son? And
really?
He said, yeah, of course.
Wow.
And the kid was very bashful. You could tell like he was his first few times in the weight room. So like, he didn't even look at me in the eye because like he felt embarrassed.
Yeah.
So I shook his hand 3 times.
Yeah.
What's your name? I forget his name. But I shook it 3 times like, hey, I'm on your team. I got you. Like, you good?
Oh, lovely.
Until he looked me in the eye and like, so then I just put him through a few cues and I said, don't touch his bar. I gave him like a dumbbell and just flip your hips, sit back, knees out, chest up, eyes right here. And then I walked away and I said, thank you to his dad. And sorry if you were offended by that. I walked away and I just kept eyeing him up. It looked a lot better and it just made me feel.
So that's a success story then?
Oh,
within itself. It's not a client of yours per se.
Exactly.
So that's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean,
What was the
that's
dad
why
like?
that's why I do it though. You know,
Yeah.
it's like when I wake up, I want to influence and help people get better every day. You know,
What was the dad like? Was he thankful?
he was thankful. I think he was maybe embarrassed too, honestly, because
He's got the good intentions though, right?
he did, because he wanted his son to like trust him and believe
Yeah.
in him that he was going the right path, and that's why I felt bad going in there and
Yeah.
don't do
Yeah,
this.
but it's important though. It's
Yeah.
it's a safety and a health.
Yeah.
thing. Good
You
for
know,
you.
His dad was definitely bashful because I didn't need a thank you, but like, you know, when he came,
Yeah.
he didn't say it. Like,
Yeah.
I think he was just embarrassed a little bit, but I hope he took that with him and
Oh, I'm sure. he
carries on with it.
did. Good for you. Good
Yeah.
for you. I've got 4 questions that I ask all of my guests
Mm-hmm.
that I have a cup of tea with. So I'm going to ask these to you individually,
Mm-hmm.
and if you could indulge me with your answers. And
Right.
here we go. So the first one then is, what frustrates you?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Poor attitude. Yeah,
Okay.
because that is the one thing you can control.
Right.
If you let the outside noise, whatever, the circumstances you can't control
Yeah.
affect your attitude, when you literally can wake up and choose your attitude on how to handle it.
Yeah. But sometimes that's easier said than done though, isn't it? If someone
It
is
is.
in a downward spiral.
So then I would, you know, I would go honestly question who you hang out with.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
like, if you're a negative person, it might not even be your personality, but it could be the 4 other people you hang out with.
Right.
You know,
Very deep. I like it. This one is a bit of a lighter note.
I like it.
What warms your heart and makes you smile?
Nice people.
Okay.
That might seem cheesy, but
No, it's important.
I don't know. Like, I just my high school coach always preached, stay humble,
Yeah.
and I think, you know, as a young man going through my 20s, we've all had moments to maybe where we got too big for our britches, and but always being humble and being nice, and like essentially honestly treating your neighbor like as if you want to be treated,
Yeah.
friend, whoever. I love that.
And that message, along with your last message, needs to be spread across the world as
Yeah,
well, right?
yeah.
But I don't think we'd say britches.
Yeah.
We say too big for your boots, but that's
Boots,
okay.
yeah.
You can say britches.
You get the message.
I know where I am.
You get the message.
What are your home improvement skills like?
Oh, work in progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I built a bench upon my brother's help.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, not like I don't want to. I just haven't. I haven't put enough time into it.
Okay.
But eventually, at some point, I hope, you know, when I get a bigger garage to where
Yeah.
my gym ain't taking up the whole thing,
Right.
to where I can start getting tools in there, and
Yeah.
I'd like to get better at it.
So putting up shelves, changing.
I could figure the shelves out,
Okay.
but yeah, like getting under the hood of a car and like
Oh, wow.
working on the engine,
That's different.
that's different.
That is.
I guess that's not home improvement, but
No,
you
it's
get the
not.
idea.
But
Yeah,
I'd rather leave that to someone else.
right.
Yeah.
Building stuff, I have work in progress on that.
But when you grew up, though, you were really outdoorsy, weren't you?
Big time, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, grew up hunting, grew up fishing. My dad always gave us chores of pulling weeds, like
Right.
hauling the sheep manure out.
Yeah.
You know, like, so he definitely feeding chickens and all, like small stuff, but
Your dad,
kept us busy.
Your dad has the biggest
Cutting
hands
wood.
ever, doesn't he?
Yeah.
They're like shovels, aren't they?
You
I think he crushed my hand when I shook his hand.
haven't seen my uncles.
I don't think I want to.
My uncles are like just calloused, tough hands. Like, hey, nice to meet you.
I think you'll like this one. If you could be a superhero, what would your special power be, and what would be your mode of transport?
I think this is just a one-word answer. I would be Batman.
Batman.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
Why?
love
Is he your fantasy kind of hero?
No, just, I mean, he has all the gadgets, and
Yeah.
but he, you know, he's tough and he doesn't use the weapons at all, and
Right.
he literally just doesn't kill. Just, I don't know. I mean, if he gets punched in the face, he disarms that person by not punching him in the face, or, you know, whatever the case is. But just, I don't know. I like Batman, dark, you know,
Yeah.
through the night.
Have you dressed up as Batman before?
Never, no.
Oh, come on.
But I
How
love
can
the
you-
movies. I love the movies.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I would go Batman for sure.
With his car?
transportation, exactly, right.
So it's all the same package, no problem.
Yeah, the big old tank.
Yeah.
And I think you had the helicopter at one point.
Yeah.
Except I hate helicopters, so.
Okay. Klugman.
Klugman.
Bit of a ring to it. We could do that.
Klug Batman.
I like it. Klugbat.
Klugman.
What's next for you on the journey of Kevin Klug and Clewd Fitness?
Taking it a day at a time. I think my girlfriend would tell me I changed my mind more than anyone on this planet.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like my vision and like what I want with the business does change pretty frequently. I do kind of take it one day at a time, and it's funny because I talked to a business owner, a clientele of mine, and he is enormously huge businesses, but he, I don't know, I forget if he didn't say he had a business plan or he doesn't really have like a 3-year out, like a plan. He just takes one day at a time. Like, I'm thankful you said that because that's how I handle it too.
But I guess in this day and age, that's more of a reality now, isn't it? Because things are so kind of uncertain and unsettled in a way.
I mean, everyone has their own ways of doing things. I don't think it's right or wrong. It's really what works for you. And so to answer your question, I don't know if I really have a great answer to what's next. I'm going to just keep training clients. We brought a third guy on the team to run the third van. So I would say that's the immediate next step, and he'll be starting this July. And we're going to try to get him rolling with the full schedule and keep things rolling.
Great.
Yeah.
Tell us about your schedule. What's available if people are watching and they want to get involved and start getting fit? Where do they go? What's the schedule? What's available?
They can go to klugfitness.com. My email's on there, or on even Instagram. They can reach out to me or Matt. But right now my schedule is pretty full. But having said that, if you reach out, bring a third guy on too, we can kind of delegate and we can kind of make sure you get a part of the team, the Klug team.
And you've got Saturday sessions maybe.
Saturday sessions will be coming this summer, definitely. I know a lot of the clients love Saturday sessions, even the ones who've always wanted to try it. I feel like it's a better opportunity for them to, when they aren't busy with their work week, to come try us on a Saturday. But
it's strange. I've never ever said that I love working out with Clewd Fitness. So who are these people that do say that?
I mean, working out you should enjoy it. There might be some stuff that you don't like. But that's kind of the point too. You can't.
True.
Stuff that's going to make you better, you might not always like it.
I know. There's quite a lot of things I don't like.
You did well last Saturday.
Thanks.
Yeah, you did well.
Just because it hurts, that's why I don't like it.
Yeah.
But having said that, what's your least favourite exercise to do? And I'm going to tell you what mine is. Well, I'll try and pick one. It's the lunges. And I think we talked about it before. Yeah. It just, I don't feel I have any stability or any strength when I lunge. But what's yours?
I was about to ask you why that, this might seem crazy, but maybe the bench.
What? Yeah. Chest press?
Yeah, dumbbell, or I'll say barbell bench.
Really?
Yeah, because for me, I got a kind of banged up shoulder, and so I kind of stay away from the barbell in a sense with the bench. But I just love working my legs. Right. I love it because it tires me out. It challenges me the most. So sometimes laying on a bench, I get bored with it. Right. So I just do a lot of push-ups instead.
Good for you. Mm-hmm. And actually, after last week when we worked out, I live in a condo, so I'm up 2 flights of stairs, and I struggled to get up there.
Did you?
So thanks a lot.
We're going to get back on that jump rope or something, right?
Thank you. Yeah. Kevin, it's been a real pleasure to have a cup of tea and a biscuit with you today. Yeah. So thank you very much for your time and your hospitality and your kindness and your insight into your world. So from Kevin and myself, that's it for now.